Morning. Normally I'm on my way to work by now, but it's a bit wet out there, so I was always gonna have Thursday off in the office. I've got about 3 or 4 jobs that are about quoting stage, so I'll gonna hook into that. So I'll see how I go today for a video. If there's anything exciting to chip in, but yeah, might see you throughout the video. It's a bit windy, so hopefully audio's not too bad, but it's about 10:30, and whenever I have an office day I'll come to this, do a couple of laps, just because it's about 5, so about 5 hours straight, then the brain starts wandering. So I'll get out here and just get a bit of walking in. So it's still a little bit raining at the moment, but I was going to do some quotes, but I've been wanting to put together a massive system for pretty much how I do all my jobs right from the very start, when a client initially contacts me, and then all the way to the end, to the very last final invoice. So just really want to have these things in place just so it's all streamlined, and because sometimes I find some of my jobs are just always so different and stuff like that, and then you kind of remember to do something in one job and then you kind of have a good learning experience out of one, but sometimes then it won't be three years later until you'll do the exact type of same job again, so you kind of fall in and out, especially just at the array of different jobs I'll do. Yeah, like with the work I do and stuff like that, I don't really do the same thing every day. I'll do stuff from internal work to door locks and stuff like that, all the way out to retaining walls, driveways, carports. So sometimes I might not do the same job for a couple of years in between, so I'll when I get back I'll show you some. At the moment I'm doing some Google Forms, which are finding pretty sweet. I saw a guy from the States, Detmore 101, he did this, and he had a system where it's like, he sent it to his client though, and it's got a questionnaire for him to fill out, and then it helps out with his quoting. But I'm actually using it as a questionnaire for myself, so that when I get on site I'll tick off certain things so that I do know, so I make sure that I get all the right information for the job, so I can help my quoting time be much more streamlined. So having a go at that at the moment. So this is what I've been working on. I don't know if you'll be able to see it well, but doing that using Google Forms, and then if I go preview, so I'll go on site, have my iPad, does this work require plans, and if it's, I'll just say no for this one because that will take me to the next section. And then I've got all these questions: site power, site water, site fence, and just hoping, like, when I get to site, sometimes you just kind of get there and you kind of forget little things. So if I always had this here, I can run it, and then when I go back to Google, and then on the rest of these forms, so say if I've only just started doing this, but say if there's concrete work, then what concrete would the client like, and cube required, measure it out, boom or line pumps needed. It'll just help when I come back home on the computer and actually start writing up this quote. All the info's there. This will automatically send it to my email, and I can just link it to the job for the site address and stuff like that. So yeah, just trying to make that process, just make it simpler and easier for me to pump out quotes and stuff like that. Just had lunch before, and I was sitting on the couch and I was like, rest my eyes for a couple of minutes, and all of a sudden it was 2 hours. So I just think sometimes my body just tells me the time to put up the feet, but it's alright, I'll get back into it now. Today as well, I was hoping to get some jobs quoted up, but ended up focusing on getting some of my systems done. And I feel like at the moment I'm just in this bit of a semicircle, I'm going to call it, because I've just been thinking about this for a bit. But I feel like I could go out and just keep quoting, keep getting jobs and winning jobs the way that I have been, but then I'll just end up in my little circle, and then I'm just going to keep going around and around and around, and I might not be able to get out of that circle and lift off. If you could imagine, this is like a graph, and my progress
I want it to be like that. But if I keep doing the same things and don't change the way I do things, I'll just keep going around and around. And I feel like at the moment it's going to go off the graph, but this will make sense. I'm not making money and stuff like that, but I'm learning and putting systems in place for a semicircle. And then that way I'll be up like that rather than going around doing the same thing over and over. I'm taking some time off, not making an income. I'm getting billable hours at the moment, but I'm putting systems in place and stuff like that so that the future I can shoot off. So just in that type of stages at the moment with where I am with work and stuff like that. But I'm always just learning out. But I just thought that was a cool little thing. I don't know if it's been done before or whatever like that, but I've just been thinking about it recently. But yeah,